Hello, welcome to Fat Mascara. It's a podcast about beauty culture. I'm Jen Sullivan. She's Jessica Matlin. She will be here momentarily. I think we can say it's officially holiday season, right? So we're bringing you a very timely and appropriate Best of Fat Mascara interview today. But first, I have a favor. And no, it's not like a public radio thing. And I'm not going to ask you for a pledge or anything like that. I just want to ask you that if you listen to this episode and you like it, or you listen to the podcast and you like it, you leave us a rating or a review on Apple. You can also leave us a rating on Spotify. But if you've already done that, then why not drop a comment? On Spotify, you just scroll down and you leave a public comment after every episode. And we do indeed read everyone. In fact, we share them on the air. So I'm going to do that right now. We have a new Apple review today. This is from someone named MRI2, whoever you are. They say, your beauty content is spot on. Amazing information for the beauty junkie. Keep it up. Love that you list each product to easily locate. Yes, MRI2, that is right. We do. In the show notes, there's a link to the episode recap. And if we mention a product or a person or a study or anything, we always gather that info there. And shout out to our intern, Lexi, who helps me do that. Thank you, Lexi. Okay, now on to the main event. We have none other than Tory Burch. We talked to her on the occasion of her launch into fragrance 2 years ago, but I've been wanting to revisit this episode since earlier this fall when all the fashion people I know were so enamored with her fall show and everybody was calling it like a Tory-sance, if you will. She recently redid those Riva flats that everybody used to have. And then in August, she launched a new perfume, Sublime, with Kendall Jenner fronting the campaign. So she's certainly having a moment. But we start this interview talking about perfume and fragrance memories, but very quickly we get into everything that goes into developing your personal style, which I feel like it's just hard to do. Like, it's hard to even talk about, but she really talks about it in a smart way. And more importantly, she talks about making a home and entertaining for the holidays. It's like holiday season now. I know you're going to be entertaining for maybe Thanksgiving, the winter holidays, New Year's. So Tory Burch has some tips for you, and we have a great interview. Let's get into it. Tory, hi. Welcome to Fat Mascara.
Thank you. Hi, how are you?
We're good. We're feeling festive. How about you?
A little festive. Definitely feeling it.
We'll get into that too. We did want to talk about the holiday season, but before we do that, the reason you're here is you're in our world now. Welcome to the beauty sphere.
It's so fun getting into this world.
You just launched a collection of, it's 5 fragrances, right?
It is. It's 5.
Tell us, what was the inspiration behind this fragrance collection?
You know, it's funny. When I started to think about fragrance, I started to think about kind of emotion and really sort of how do you bottle a feeling? And that was where the starting point was. And I started thinking of fragrance, obviously, so about nostalgia and memories and things like that. And then it really got me into thinking, like, what are some amazing memories? What are some amazing emotions? And how do I just pick one? It was really hard. So I thought also, I was thinking that fragrance, similar to fashion, is about individualism and finding ways of making yourself unique and finding something that you can relate to, and that can be different on the day. So that kind of was the starting point of, like, how do you have a collection of beautiful scents that you could layer and sort of create into different scents as well as you go on. So when you said you love Cosmic Wood, I was going to ask you, do you ever try it with any of the others? And how do you feel about that as well?
It's my podcast, Tory. You're not allowed to ask the question. No, I haven't layered them, but you did hint at that there was memories involved. So I'm assuming this is your personal memories that went into each of these 5 fragrances?
It really was very personal.
Well, since I like Cosmic Wood, since we're there, what's the memory tied to that one?
You know, my father always wore vetiver, and I in turn wore vetiver, and I always was intrigued by the idea of wearing a fragrance that was meant for men, but I loved wearing it. My brothers wore it, and by Guerlain, it's an amazing fragrance. So it was always this like spicy, warm feeling, and that was where Cosmic Wood started. It was I put sort of adjectives with each of the fragrance that would really sort of be the overall sort of idea, and Cosmic Wood was magic. So that was the beginning.
I love that.
Yeah.
What was your like mood board like? What was your mood board for that one?
It was pretty vibrant. It was, different like sage, and there were spices. It wasn't traditionally feminine. It wasn't so sweet. It was also just like bursts of things, because it was this idea of magic and like change and evolution. It was kind of interesting, because I think when I met with the perfumer, one of the comments was, wow, that's just not a typical board that I would see.
Oh, okay. And which one are you connecting with these days?
I've always liked, I really liked Divine Moon, and it started with this flower in Antigua called Lady of the Night. And it's a flower that only comes out at night, the smell and the scent. And it's just amazing. And there's something about Antigua, particularly when I was working on this and now, that is just about tranquility and peacefulness. And so that adjective is peace. And certainly when I was thinking these fragrances, I wanted to think of a better world and a better time, and how do you sort of translate that into a juice? So it was this Lady of the Night. I have an apiary in Antigua, so there's honey in it and flowers, but it's intriguing to me like how moonflower just blooms at night, that where flowers are sort of dormant during the day and then they come out and express themselves at night. So that was kind of the start for Divine Moon.
And that sounds like a more modern memory. Obviously, the apiary is yours, not your family's. The vetiver was from childhood. Are there other scents when you think back to childhood that like really remind you of childhood?
Well, I was thinking about, aside from vetiver, that my mom had this like incredible, like just tray of scents that I used to delve into and spray all of them. And, certainly she had Chanel, she had Paris. So it was always like a mix. And I was always, she would throw me in the bath. I'd be like spraying perfumes. Her whole bathroom would be like just this giant, like just waft of smell every time she came in. But I've always loved fragrance and scents.
It's Yves Saint Laurent, right? The Paris.
Paris.
That's not exactly a childhood fresh light scent.
No, but it was always on her. That was her scent, and I actually, as I said, really liked wearing my dad's. He also had it was called Green Water. Do you know that one?
No, but I bet it was. Is it vetiver as well?
I'm trying to remember. I don't remember who it was, but it was called Green Water.
And how about you? Like, when you were in high school, college, when did you get your own first perfume?
It was probably college, or maybe I was a little more of a tomboy in high school. So I was like, as I said, wearing my dad's scent, but I wore Chanel and...
Number 5?
No. What is the other one?
You feel like a number 19 kind of person to me. I don't know.
Why do you say that?
Because it's fresher.
I do like
it's
19.
Like more athletic. I don't know.
19 is a sheep.
It's
very, yeah.
Greenish.
Yeah, which I am more green. And I did wear 19, but I'm forgetting the other one. Green Water is by Jacques Faith. But just so you know, someone just sent that to me. What's
you
the
have
other
real-time fact-checking?
Yeah, well, no,
on the line with us?
Here, yeah. It wasn't me. I wasn't on my phone. What was the other Chanel one?
I feel like you're good at the Chanel fragrance.
But
no.
I mean, there's so many Chanel ones. Coco.
And also... Oh, yeah, but I did wear 19, but there was another one. But there was also, like, I wore a couple of fragrances that are discontinued. There was one called Grand de Folie. I don't know if you ever knew that one.
I don't know that one.
No.
So I also really liked, like, pure fragrances that weren't necessarily perfumes, that were, like, lavender and things like that.
Yeah.
Oh. I was over there wearing Debbie Gibson, so...
I thought you were going to say Charlie.
Oh, gosh. I did like the ads.
The ads were good.
The ads were so good with the running woman. Like, I was like, I want to be her. Yeah.
I'm not sure the juice was that good, but the ads were great.
It wasn't Chanel, but yeah, iconic nonetheless. So... let's talk about home fragrance a bit. So around this time of year, what do you want your home to smell like? Let's talk a little bit about atmosphere, because you're not somebody who's just, you're not just beauty, you're not just fashion. You definitely are to use the term, a lifestyle sort of person. You're, Tory Burch lifestyle brand. So let's talk about your fragrance for your home.
No, I mean, I love this time of year and I love Christmas and I love everything that's like around that smells, and whether it's like cinnamon or it's pine, cedar. I really love woods more than anything, like even in fragrance. I love that. Like we're coming out with a wood fragrance and it's just how I love smelling it. It's like kind of addictive for me. So yeah, when you walk into our home, it's always like a woody smell.
And like what, I mean, it sounds like you're coming out with something. Like what
Santel.
do you use right now?
No, but I like Santel. I love.
Okay. Like, are you doing like a La Labo, or you're talking about just the category?
La Labo.
Okay.
No, you don't even need to say the brand anymore. We just say Santel.
Yeah, I say Santel. Well,
wow,
it's so,
good for La
Labo. Beautiful. I know.
They don't even need the brand name. Okay.
Yeah, that's, I guess, a good, you understand when you say Santel. It's,
wow.
But I also like pine, and I love sort of just that sort of, it just is so, brings back every memory from growing up. And I grew up on a farm. Now you have to translate that into the city.
Yeah, yeah. And then what do you use? Are you like a candle person? Are you a diffuser person? I mean, the way people...
I'm not a diffuser person. I'd like to be a diffuser person, but I'm a little more simple than that.
Just candles?
Just candles.
Okay, cool.
Just candles.
And then, I mean, I've never been to your home, but I have to imagine like it's spectacular. So when you like decorate, what like...
I'm a big decorator. I got that from my mother. She decorates everything at every holiday possible. So whether it's Halloween, whether it's Christmas, whether it's Easter, whether it's birthdays, I mean, she always got incredibly into it. And I would say I'm a bit of a toned down version because she was so over the top, but I love decorating. So
can you give us like a little bit of insight? Like, can you give us like, obviously our listeners are not going to go like full on Tory Burch. Sounds like you're like really over the top, like decorating.
No, I'm not that over the top, but I love it. I have fun doing it. It's like I love I love doing tables.
Give us like a little, I hate the word hack. It like drives me crazy. I just hate it. It's like on my banned list, but like give us like a little, like a cheat, like a Tory Burch, like a tablescape, like non-negotiable. Like if we're having perfect example. I'm having people over Sunday. I don't think I have enough time to rustle up this like Tory Burch moment, but if I had 2 weeks.
I want to know what a Tory Burch moment is. Like I want to hear your interpretation.
Okay. If I'm going to Tory Burch it up for my cousins who are coming over on Sunday.
So I'm a verb.
Okay, I'm going to Tory Burch it up. What would that look like? Just like entry level Tory Burch it up.
Okay, entry level. I think what's interesting is I've evolved and I'm a little more eclectic. I love mixing old and new. So it's objects found recently or things that have been around or handed down from my mother or grandmother. But I love linens, but I'm really into sort of white linens right now. And I kind of go the opposite of where people are because I felt like it got so over. But I like great chintz also, and in an old-fashioned way. I'm starting with the tablecloth.
I like chintz.
Yeah, and I really
We're laying
love
a base. Yes,
I really love old-fashioned like chintz.
I'm an 80s baby, so yeah, like I was born and like wrapped in chintz. So yeah, let's keep going.
And it's funny you say chintz with 80s, but yeah, I think of it also in a 60s way, like really like sort of, but 80s too. And then we actually just launched a mocha ware, which is like old fashioned pub china that's hand done. And we worked with this artisan who's amazing. And they're just these like, they come in all these different like patterns. And what I love about it is you mix all the patterns. And I like creating a table that doesn't necessarily seem to make sense, but you make it work. And certainly with candles, and I do my own flowers. I love it.
I think this takes off a lot of pressure because I think when people have people over, they're like, okay, we got to get all the good stuff. It matches. It's perfect.
No, I think it's not interesting to think that way. To just think that you have to have like your good anything. I think what's interesting is to show your personality and to try and, there can be some hit or misses, wins and non-wins, sort of like the way you dress. There's some definite don'ts in my past.
I love this. Okay, I've just felt my shoulders relax. The pressure's off.
I think if you have great lighting also and candles, that's
Yeah.
like a big start to having a successful night.
Okay, now let's talk about the music. Okay, we've got the lighting, the candles, some
Okay.
hits and some misses on the table. Okay, and Tori,
hopefully
The
take some risk.
eclecticism is a hit. Yeah.
How about just take risk, not be boring?
no, but and I'm going to say this, Tori. I think a lot of people think Tory Burch, and this is like from not people who know you closely, but people who are from far away. They probably think Tory Burch is perfect.
Well, that is really funny, and I've sort of heard that, believe it or not. And anyone who knows me would laugh at that. I mean, it's ridiculous.
But from far away, it's like you seem
perception
perfect.
and reality. Yeah, so that's not the case, and I
my
like
God,
the
I love
idea
this.
of imperfect. And to me, perfection is really not interesting.
Yeah. No, okay, this is awesome. Okay, so all right, so here we are at the dinner party that I'm throwing on Sunday. Okay, it's already. I feel so much better
Will you
about
send
it.
me a picture? I want to see. I want to see the end result.
It's going to look like crap, and you're going to love it. Okay, so the lights are low, the candles are going, and then let's talk about music because you have amazing taste in music. Like your website.
Thank you.
You always have awesome playlists. You have such eclectic taste, and I love music. I'm a big music person, and I always get like new finds from you.
I love music.
What kind of music are we playing?
I mean, right now, I would do a little
holiday time. It's holiday time.
Bing Crosby with David Bowie. He has the best music, best little drummer boy I've ever heard in my life, and I could listen to it over and over again. But I like Blind Boys of Alabama. I mean, I like really eclectic, weird music, but I also like rap, and I'm really obsessed with music and always have been. I mean, I was just talking to my brothers about like my first concert in 9th grade was going to the Grateful Dead. And so
You went in big guns for the first concert.
I was really into music. But so I just think music says a lot about, also you want it to be additive. You don't want to take away from your dinner on Sunday night.
Yeah. Awesome.
Chintz and rap. That's what Jess is going for.
Do you like Christmas music? Because I think there's some really good Christmas music.
Oh, Jen and I were just talking about that the other day. Like, I feel like I like more like classic Christmas music, and then I like more like 80s Christmas music. I don't like the current.
You do like the Wham.
music.
You like that Wham one.
Wham.
Yeah, like Wham.
I haven't heard of Wham in so long.
I love Wham. And I was saying I like the more melancholy Christmas music, like the Band-Aid, like Do You Know It's Christmas? Do They Know It's Christmas? I don't like the new pop Christmas
I
stuff.
don't like that either. I
really don't like it. It's
Do you know an artist? My boys
grab.
teach me a lot about music, but they have a really good friend called Bakar. Do you know his music?
The Car? No, I don't.
Bakar, Bakar or Aar. He's really good.
I'll check it out.
Check him out. I don't know about for your holiday party, but it's really good.
I think we should keep this holiday party like analogy going because I have some other questions, but we're going to apply them to Jess since she's having a party right now.
By the way, it's like a family party. This isn't like sound like Ranger.
I know, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Hostess gifts. So I had people over last night for dinner, and they brought the best thing. They brought a toy for my dog because they knew I had a dog.
I love that kind of hostess.
That's
present.
cute.
Isn't that a good one?
Yeah.
And so when they got there, the dog, of course, is barking, and then they pull out this toy, and you've just
That's
won over
really
the dog
smart.
and me.
That's good.
What do you bring? Yeah, tell me.
Well, I kind of have one thing that I'm kind of known for. I love flowers, but I collect antique vases. And so I always bring sort of, do them myself in an antique vase or, it could be finding it at a flea market, but just an unusual vase.
Do you have a vase closet?
I do.
If you see it,
I have a vase basement area.
So you could just go in there and find one that's right
And
for the
find a
person
vase.
That's fun.
But
Jess,
it's
feed
fun.
your
You
Etsy
can get them
habit.
for like $10 online. I mean, it's actually really fun to do.
That brings me to another question. Like, what do you get? This is a very like town and country sort of like gift guide thing, but like, what do you get for the person? I think we all, not us all, but a lot of people listening might have that whether it's like whether a gift for like your boss or like that friend that's like so annoying because they have like everything. It's like very uncomfortable to give a gift to somebody who kind of has everything.
I know, but I always sort of, I would prefer not to bring a candle. I think that's like a little annoying, but I would get a book. I love.
Oh, that's a
like,
nice one.
I love kind of weird books, and I just think if you can get a vintage book, or if it's someone who loves old decorating books, or really old cookbooks are really fun.
That's a nice idea. Because that's where like it gets it gets weird. Like you don't know what to.
No,
it's
but
like
if
awkward.
you find like really vintage entertaining books or vintage cookbooks, it's really fun.
And very thoughtful. Very thoughtful. Okay.
Yeah,
like
and also people don't have that, and they're easy to find.
I'm going to put those in the closet with the vases so we can bring them out. Let's keep it going. Jess's party. What are we wearing?
Okay.
Let's talk holiday dressing.
Ooh.
What are we wearing? I again try to not have I get dressed so last minute, so it's really, I wish I had a little more time to be thoughtful of that. But yeah, so I have a jacket on I would wear to a holiday party because it's reversible and you can wear it to work or even reverse it and you have a velvet jacket.
Wait, so Tori's wearing, because folks can't see you, you're wearing like this cute reversible, it's gold on the inside, like quilted.
No, it's sort of,
right?
It's not gold. It's like it's sort of like a just neutral.
Oh,
like
okay,
cotton.
Sorry.
It's cotton and like this stitched on the inside, and then it's velvet.
It's beautiful.
Thank
wow.
you.
That's gorgeous.
I didn't wear it thinking that you would have that question, by the way.
No, it's really chic.
We had a lot of parties. Like, I don't know if this is happening so much this year with, things have changed so much, but they're like, we're going to do it right after work. So everybody just like dress festive for work.
Put on your sparkly knits.
I hate
when I see a question like that, I think anti-sparkly knits or something. But I will say we have a sparkly knit sweater right now that I absolutely love.
I think with a little irony that could be cool,
with
right?
irony. It just can't be all like that.
I'm not mad at a sparkly knit. I'm sorry. I like a sparkly knit.
I actually like it.
I like them.
I like them too, but it's just funny. You know,
It's either
you know
that
what
or-
I mean by sparkly knits.
Of course I do.
A little viscose, stretchy. The other one is the statement earring. I feel like people's go to like, well, I'm going to be festive. I'm just putting on these fun earrings with my regular work outfit.
I promise this isn't show and tell, and I promise I had these on my desk anyway. But when Emily's asked me about that question, I'm like, oh, I could pull on these.
Yes. So are you into that idea? No?
It's amazing how it changes the look.
Those are
my
huge.
God, that's so good. You can hear them.
And brass and vintage, and I don't even know what's going on there.
These are vintage and brass, and I got them from my design team, but I don't even know whose they are. But I just thought, these are festive.
Yeah, and the sound is that's a very festive sound you'd bring to the party as well.
Yeah, they have kind of bells on it.
Oh my God, that's so good. Okay.
Did we give anybody tips? Like, what do we do? But I think we have some thoughts on that.
Layer, I do think it's easy to put on a little more eyeliner.
Okay.
Maybe just on the top.
You're ready to go. Okay, but what about let's talk about more about the makeup. Okay, so you have the eyeliner. You're not going to do like a full face, right?
I'm not a big full face type of person. That said, I do like some makeup. And I like what Gucci's doing, Westman. I like some of her colors are really beautiful.
Okay.
And I'm trying to think of my go-tos. I wear like tinted moisturizer, and everything I love is discontinued. Let's start there.
Wait, like what else do you love that's discontinued? This is like a safe space to rant.
Every single color I love, every product I love, every time I actually think I like something, it's discontinued.
From what brands?
From like the base makeup from Armani that I have to like this little brush for flyaways to a Sue Devitt color for your eyeliner.
Sue Devitt, I haven't heard about her in a minute.
Well, I used to like her eyeliner, but it's
those fat ones.
Yeah.
Those chubby sticks.
They were great.
She had this amazing like purpley color that I loved, and it's gone.
I know so many people who love that color. It was like purple without being purple, and
Not
it just made
but it was like eggplant.
Plummy. Yeah. It was good. You're right. Oh, let's see if we can find them on eBay.
It's like if I love it, it gets discontinued.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
I know.
Okay, so your makeup maybe isn't that different. do you wear fragrance when you're thinking about like, okay, this is a more festive fragrance, or you still are wearing like your everyday?
I don't do that personally, but I always
keep it the same.
But I change it up, but it's not because I want to be festive or not. Like I don't have a festive fragrance, but maybe I should.
Do you do an updo, a hair updo? Is that in the?
That word, yeah. I mean, I put it up myself with a rubber band. I'm sort of a, get ready quickly type of person, which is not always a good thing. I should give it a little more thought sometimes.
I think we had on, Bobby Brown was on, and she was saying like, okay, you got your hair, your makeup, your fashion. You just have to have one of them be a little bit.
That's true.
Which I've relied on that advice since then. Is there any like strategy for you? Like, here's just like, if you're going to be needing to look a little bit special, like this is it.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I think if I can get dressed at home, which isn't always the case, often I'm getting dressed from the office, I can have a little more thoughtful time. But my hair is the worst. Like I don't like big hairdos. So for me, it's I don't really like have a lot of patience getting it blown out a lot. So I generally, if I do get it blown out, I like it and it's great. But otherwise, I generally put it up myself.
You don't want to sit there for an hour and a half.
No. Oh no.
I'm getting a picture of your personality based on your beauty stuff, and I like it. I feel like I understand. You're a woman on the go. Like can't be fussing with this stuff.
Well, when I think of beauty, I think of like less is more, and how do you solve problems, and like where you don't have so many steps, because that's just not who I don't like all the steps.
Why not? Is it you don't like the ritual of it?
Well, no, it's not even the ritual. I probably would like it. I just don't have the patience or generally the time to do that. So I would like to accomplish a nice effect, but also have it easy.
I see. Moving back into our party sphere, I wanted to talk about like, okay, we've got our fashion, beauty, all that stuff, social stuff. So I get like, I don't know why I'm having you be my lifestyle guru right now, Tori, but like
she is a lifestyle guru. She is a lifestyle guru.
I know. We're going to a New Year's Eve party, and it's intimidating to me. Like when there's a lot of people in a room, like, do you have a go-to? Like, I'm going to go stand on this wall and get a drink and wait.
Yeah, my first stop is probably like get a drink, but I'm not a big drinker, so it's sort of like maybe just the idea of holding a glass. I'm not like one that just, I love parties and I love seeing people because I don't go out a lot. So when I do, it's kind of, more special and fun. But I take my time with people. I'm not like one that's like, floating around all over. I like having fun conversations, but I'm a little more shy unless they're good friends.
Would you call yourself an introvert or an extrovert? I'm
definitely a Gemini. I'm both. And my father was a complete introvert and my mom is a complete extrovert. So I'm 100% in the middle. I have definitely two sides.
And like after party, this is how Jess and I always judge, like, are you really an introvert? Extrovert? Do you feel like that was so fun, I'm energized, or I need to go sleep for 12 hours?
No, I'm not. I actually have fun. I'm not like I need to sleep for 12 hours type of person. I actually don't sleep. I'd love to sleep for 12 hours.
You don't. Well, how much sleep do you get a night?
I don't sleep a lot. I get like 6 hours a night, if it's a great sleep, but 5 hours generally. Since I was little, I've never needed a lot of sleep.
That's so great.
I don't know. I don't know if it's healthy or not. I feel like everything I read is like you need more sleep.
Well, I mean, like you do need more sleep. I wish I could function like that.
I wish I could.
I need a lot more.
No, it's good though. I wish I could sleep.
Guys, I think this brings us to the New Year's resolution portion of it all, because I was in New Year's mode. Do you do those, Tori? Do you make resolutions?
Not habitually, but I want to drink more water and less Diet Coke. I quit Diet Coke. That was not that I ever was like a giant Diet Coke drinker. I don't know. It just sort of, started feeling better to drink water. And I had to like actually consciously make myself drink water. And now I really love it.
You're with the wrong crowd here.
I know. Well,
we love Diet Coke.
Well, so did I, and give yourself a couple of years. You might decide differently.
Oh, okay. We'll see.
My big vice was Diet Coke.
That's a healthy. That's not so bad of a vice as far as vices go.
I'm joking.
No, I'm glad to see that you're on the other side. I'd like to get there one day. You look great.
Working out is also something like, if I can I have 2 dogs that I'm upset, 3 dogs. I always forget the little one. I know, poor Hercules.
His name's Hercules.
That's so sad.
He's
He's this big.
Oh my God, he's little and his name was Hercules.
He was my rescue dog. I rescued him from my ex-husband 15 years ago.
What kind of dog is Hercules?
I have no idea. He looks like a guinea pig. And
my
he's
God,
like
this whole story.
my boys love him. And so he is amazing. But, in the morning I wake up and I'm like, okay, do I work out or do I wait for my dogs to come in and play with the dogs? And it's like this conscious decision every morning. So one of my New Year's resolutions is to, make the right decision there. Make good decisions, as I say to my
play
husband.
with the dogs.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's a little bit of both. I feel like my dog comes bounding in and it's like, okay, I'll throw things with him and that'll be a workout because all he wants is to chase things. Okay, so your Tory Burch Beauty is like kicking off with these fragrances. So what about the resolutions for Tory Burch Beauty in 2023 and beyond? Like, what do you want to do with this new world you're in?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I've loved working with Shiseido and on these fragrances, and I'd love to start thinking about what that means. I haven't started, to be honest, to expand it in a meaningful way, and even in my head. I think this year will be the time for that, to think about what that means and sort of what we want to develop further.
Well, we know there's something woodsy coming, right?
Those are coming out, and those I love. I mean, I have to say, like, for the Middle East type fragrances, they've never really been something that I love or would want to wear. The ones that we've made, the ones that I've smelled in the past, I'm really obsessed with them. There's a leather one that I couldn't love more.
Oh, so we're going like oody and leathery and resiny. Okay, got it.
But I think it's really, when we started to think about it, it was for the Middle East. But I think it's much more. It's really something that we will sell in the U.S. and everywhere. I hope. I hope it resonates.
Nice.
Yeah. Before we let you go, I didn't ask this. I probably should have asked, but can you tell us some of your favorite makeup, hair, skincare? Like, do you have, besides the Westman?
You know what I love for hair? I don't know if you guys use this, but is Olaplex. It's like changed my hair. And it's
good.
Really?
It's just the best shampoo. And my mom gave it to me, and I just think, I don't know what's in it or why, but it's really great. And then as far as I like Guerlain which it has a serum that is, I think, rooted in gardenia. It's really beautiful.
I was going to say honey is in a lot of the Guerlain stuff, and you said you had an apiary. I was like,
pretty.
this was on
Which
brand.
color is it? Which color?
Oh, it's not. It's for, I was talking about a serum for skincare.
No, I mean, but like what color is the bottle? Because they have a bunch of different serums.
I think it's purple.
Purple? Yeah.
Yeah. But their products are really beautiful.
Yeah. Nice.
And then, I'm looking at what I have. MAC I wear for lipstick, but I wear a lot of different things.
What's your MAC color?
Lipstick Queen I wear. I don't know what color this is. Can you see what color that is? Handing it off.
Daddy's girl.
Daddy's girl.
Are you kidding?
I am, I didn't know that, actually.
That's actually a sweet sentiment there, isn't it?
That is sweet. That is sweet. I was a daddy's girl, and I miss him.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. This time of year brings it up for a lot of us. Before we let you go, we do a little bit of a speed round of questions. Are you up for it?
Yeah.
Jess, I feel like you can run this speed round.
Okay.
Go for it.
Ready? Okay. What is your favorite holiday food?
Ginger cookies.
Do you make them? Or
Like a gingerbread?
No, ginger snap cookies.
You don't make them though, do you?
Yes.
Oh, you
I
do?
Make them.
Oh, wow.
Am I a baker? No. Or a big cook? No. But we do make them. I have a lot of kids, so that's definitely one of our pastimes.
And what's your favorite what's your favorite holiday scent? Not like a fragrance you can buy or anything, but just like, what is your favorite?
Pine cones.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Or fireplace.
You already answered this. Favorite holiday song?
Let's switch it and not be holiday.
Favorite song?
How about workout song? We'll get you in your New Year's mode. Do you have a workout song that like pumps you up to like exercise?
No, I mean, yes, many, but I was just thinking a favorite song is Neil Young, Harvest Moon.
That's a beautiful song.
Good name
That's
for
my
perfume
or
too. Huh?
it's beautiful.
That was my friend's wedding song. It's so beautiful. And what do you like to do after a party to wind down?
Take a bath.
Can I ask what's in the bath water? Or you just go in, just nobody's doing a tepid, clear water bath.
No,
Do you do a
I
bubble?
actually
Do you
have.
do a-
I do like bubble baths, but I don't have them often. But I have it's kind of a sea mud lotion. It's like a sea mud salt type of thing. I don't know exactly who makes it. And then I have a rose, it's kind of rose petal bath salts.
Pretty. Tori, thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
We hope you enjoyed the show. It's your reviews and feedback that help us make the podcast even better. Head over to iTunes to rate and review us, or email your thoughts to info@fatmascara.com.
We also want to answer your beauty questions and hear what products you love. To share a Razor One product review or to ask a beauty question, email us at info@fatmascara.
If you send it as a voice memo file, we can even share your voice on the podcast. You can also do that by leaving us a voice message. Our phone number in the United States is 646-481-8182.
Thanks so much for listening.